Tansei, welcome to Métis Minute, your source for Métis news in Region 7. We are nearly halfway through the PCMNO election. We know you're tired. We're tired, and I'm sure the candidates are exhausted. But the fight for democracy must continue. If you're still unsure of who you would like to vote for, that's okay because we will continue to bring you election coverage over the next 2 weeks. We want to make sure that you feel confident when you cast your vote. One of the positions that everyone is going to see on their ballot is for PCMNO Vice Chair. Yes, this position is province-wide. All 9 regions are going to be able to cast their vote for who they would like to see as our next vice chair. When this election is over, everyone at the MNO is going to be sitting around talking about who they voted for as our vice chair. You don't want to miss out on those conversations, so make sure you vote before May 6th. If you're not sure who the candidates are, we interviewed the current vice chair, Sharon Cadeau, who is running for re-election in a previous Métis Minute episode. But today we sat down with Ron LePage, a candidate who is also running for that coveted vice chair position. Thank you for being here, Ron. I wanted to give you a chance for maybe some citizens who might not know who you are. You could take a time right now to just explain who you are, where you come from, and any current roles that you might hold.
Hello, my name is Ron LePage. I am a descendant of the Trudeau and the Beausoleil root ancestors from Drummond Island. My family has been in Penetanguishene ever since the arrival in 1828 of the Drummond Islanders. Through 6 generations now, my family has been active in commercial fishing and continues today to be the last Métis commercial fishing family on Georgian Bay. If you have been to one of the Georgian Bay Métis Council rendezvous held at Discovery Harbor and enjoyed the fish dinner, you would have seen members of my family and I preparing and serving the meal. However, my chosen career was in nursing, and I worked for 42 years as a registered practical nurse in various settings. The last 23 years at Waypoint Center in Penetanguishene, from where I retired in 2020. I grew up knowing that I was Métis. Even before the formation of the Métis Nation of Ontario, my father acknowledged that his great-grandmother was Ojibwe and that he and his family were Métis. That likely explains why my aunt, Helen Bradley, my father's sister, was involved with building the Métis Nation of Ontario from the grassroots up, working with Tony Belcourt out of his attic. She was also the one who championed the Midland and Penetang communities to form a council and lead the way to the GBMC becoming a charter of the Métis Nation of Ontario, a charter council rather of the Métis Nation of Ontario. Her son, my cousin Larry, was the very first president of the Georgian Bay Métis Council, and she served as a GBMC senator and on the PCMNO. I am proud today to be currently serving as the chair of the Georgian Bay Métis Council and have been in that role for 6 years. Our council is very active. I could go on and on describing the many projects, events, workshops, and assistance that have been offered to and benefit our elders, unhoused, Two-Spirit LGBTQ plus citizens, and our youth. If you go to the GBMC Facebook page, you will see firsthand many of the initiatives, activities, and community supports that the GBMC have sponsored and continue to sponsor.
And you're currently running for the vice chair of the PCMNO. And so, yeah, what do you think makes a good vice chair, and what would you bring to that role?
Okay, thanks for the question. So the vice chair must uphold the highest personal standards of honesty, reliability, and commitment to their role. Leading by example, they should always be trusted and consistently do the right thing, even when faced with difficult decisions. The vice chair should exhibit strong leadership abilities to effectively assist the chair to guide the PCMNO. Experience in committee work, tact, diplomacy, and good interpersonal skills are essential to be accepted and respected in the role of the vice chair. The vice chair also plays a key role in mediation and conflict resolution within the PCMNO and MNO, which requires strong problem solving, communication, and relationship building skills that are necessary to mediate and address conflicts, all of which I learned to exercise in a proficient manner while serving on the Complaints Committee with the College of Nurses of Ontario and as Vice President of OPSU, CEFPO, Local 329 at Waypoint, while handling many employee grievances with management, then on to mediation and arbitration with an arbitrator from the Labor Relations Board. A vice chair serves as a trusted sounding board for the chair, offering support, honest advice, and a fresh perspective. These qualities contribute to a successful vice chair who plays a crucial role in organizational governance. I bring to the role of PCMNO vice chair integrity, personal strength, of balancing responsibilities of the demanding role, strong leadership skills acquired from years of service in multiple chair, vice president, and executive roles. And lastly, impartiality with the ability to treat everyone equally and with confidentiality.
Yeah, and the PCMNO is the representing body of the people, so the citizens of the Métis Nation of Ontario. You currently live in Region 7, and you're a citizen yourself. So what are some issues that you're seeing within the community, maybe in Region 7 or beyond, even as your time with the Georgian Bay Métis Council?
So I'm sure the most pressing issues in Region 7 are no different than what is found in the other 8 regions. The unhoused is on the increase. More support from the MNO in the form of subsidized rental units for Métis families will help many citizens throughout the nation. Food support would also be right up there, especially given the large increase in cost of food since the pandemic. Funds should continue to be diverted to councils to assist with food insecurity. The MNO should also encourage and support projects such as community gardens for food consumption. The Georgian Bay Métis Council started last year in partnership with the Weimarsh and has proven to be a success that it will be implemented again this spring and summer. Another great initiative would be the development of a communication hub where citizens can share ideas, job postings, health initiatives, and educational opportunities that will assist with the citizens to learn and grow in many ways, including personal growth and employment preparation. These initiatives are all well and good, but there are many more ideas that the citizens can bring forward as well. I will be your voice on the PCMNO to push these initiatives and any others that the citizens wish for the PCMNO to hear about.
Yeah, and for Region 7, another issue that, maybe not an issue, but something that we've recently seen happening is these recent boundary changes. So should you get the role of the vice chair, how will you, with the PCMNO, make sure that citizens who maybe want to engage with their councils are able to receive services and access to the resources if their council, maybe it's moved like a little bit of a distance away from them? How will you assure that they still have access to the resources and things that they need?
So the PCMNO itself has no authority over the boundary alignments of the councils. The boundary changes occurred as a result of the formation of new councils in Region 7. A new map of the region needed to be carved out on each occasion that a council formed by way of a new charter agreement between the council and the Secretariat of the MNO. On each of these occasions, the new council and the GBMC negotiated boundary outlines that were enshrined in their respective charters, following approval at a community meeting. Was it perfect and all-encompassing? Absolutely not. There continues to be boundary issues that need to be ironed out to align MNO citizens with the nearest council. The process to correct the boundary change issues is clearly spelled out in the charter. The first step is that both community councils must consent to an amendment to the charter that will change the boundaries. If the parties do reach an agreement, then the boundary changes to the charter must be ratified at a meeting of the respective communities. Failing to reach an agreement, or should an agreement be vetoed by the community, then the community with the dispute can request the Secretariat to form a panel of inquiry. The composition of that panel will include an executive council member, and I would hope that as vice chair, the fact that I am from Region 7, that I served on the GBMC and that I'm familiar with the issue, and with my experience in conflict resolution, that I would be the person to be appointed to the inquiry panel. After listening to the information from all parties, the panel can issue a recommendation regarding the substantive issue in dispute or issue a recommended procedure on how to resolve the dispute. So that would be the method that would have to be implemented for the regions that have a boundary issue dispute.
Another, not issue, but another topic that's a hot topic within the MNO right now is moving forward with Bill C-53. So that's continuing to move forward in Ottawa. So how will you as Vice Chair make sure that citizens are made knowledgeable about our self-government? And do you think it's important that citizens become more involved in the process as we move forward with Bill C-53?
I sat as one of the participants on the Regional Implementation Committee that developed the agreement that was eventually adopted and signed in force for Region 7. This agreement lays out the path for Region 7 within the self-government framework of the MNO. As Vice Chair, I will advocate that the MNO conducts town hall Zoom meetings in every region to engage as many citizens as possible in the process of developing strategies to get Bill C-53 through third reading and the Senate hearing process. At the town hall meetings, citizens' ideas and input can be gathered for building our Constitution. It is vital to building a Constitution by the people, for the people, and that serve the people adequately, that their valued input is heard and considered. Further, I will advocate that in conjunction with the town hall meetings, that a delegation of PCMNO members and executive council members, which includes the Vice Chair, to attend at every community meeting during the Constitution building process to disseminate information on the progress and to gather feedback that will help to continue building on that progress to date.
Yeah, and another topic that comes up with Bill C-53 is the pushback that we've maybe seen from some communities, such as the Chiefs of Ontario. So how, as Vice Chair, would you help MNO citizens heal that relationship and ease the tensions between us and our First Nations cousins?
So my sense is that diplomacy and dialogue will play an important role in building respect and trust between the MNO, its citizens, and our First Nation cousins. We as a nation need to encourage open communication channels between MNO leaders, community council leaders, Métis citizens, and our First Nation counterparts to help build trust and find common ground. We should foster dialogue to address historical grievances. Healing relationships takes time, patience, and commitment from both sides. I believe it would be of tremendous value to the MNO to extend the olive branch and to take the first steps towards healing the rift between the Métis people and our First Nation cousins.
Yeah, and of course, if we want any of what you just said to happen, citizens are going to have to go out and participate in the election and vote. So why would you suggest that MNO citizens be involved and take part and vote in this PCMNO election?
So voting is a powerful lever for bringing about change. When people vote, they are weighing in on the kind of action they want to see enacted. Strategies regarding anything from educational initiatives to building and adopting a constitution can hinge on the outcomes of an election. Voter engagement is essential for elected candidates to gain a better understanding of community needs and concerns, which helps to develop plans that are more responsive to the citizens' interests. Voting empowers individuals to shape the direction of the Métis Nation of Ontario and to advocate for the changes they believe in. It's a fundamental right and a crucial aspect of healthy democracy.
Perfect. And of course, voting is open right now. And yeah, unless there's any last words you'd like to say to MNO citizens before they go out and vote.
I guess the main thing I need to say is if you want to make a difference, vote Ron LePage for Vice Chair.
All right, perfect. We'd like to thank Ron for sitting down with us today. There have been so many important conversations about issues that Métis citizens are dealing with. These conversations will continue all month long as candidates continue to campaign until May 6th. May 6th is the last day you can vote. If you've watched some of our candidate interviews already and know who you'd like to vote for, it's as simple as a phone call or the click of a button. You can go through our Métis Minute playlist to find the episode that we have on all the ways you could vote in the PCMNO election. You can also go to the MNO's website and find out how you can vote there. Merci for watching, and we'll see you down the river.